How's it going, guys? This is Alex from Jailbreak Authority. Today I have a special hands-on review of the Lifeproof for iPhone 5 case. Now, as you can tell on the top left corner, it says FRE. I guess that's the model that they're calling it for the iPhone 5. There are iPhone 4 cases and iPhone 4S cases from Lifeproof that also go with the older generation iPhones. Now, I've actually used this device, or used this case, for about 2 to 3 months before deciding to do a review. You know, a lot of people do reviews right when they buy it, and they actually don't know how the case actually handles in real world situations. Let's say whether they go to work, and then after that they go fishing on the weekend, and let's say then you go, you know, hang out, play basketball with the guys, and then we go to the beach with the family for a casual weekend out. So, you know, I decided to use this for about 2 to 3 months before putting this review up and before actually making this review. Now, as you can tell, we're going to read the back packaging, and the cons, or not the cons, the pros are that this case is indeed waterproof. It is fully functioning waterproof. I've taken it out to the lake, and for testing purposes, you know, I kind of dipped it in the water. I didn't throw it in there, but I did dip it in there and take it right back out, and yes, it did work. Of course, I did test it without the iPhone in there when I first got it, as the instructions tell you to, and of course that worked also. So it is indeed waterproof. I can confirm that. It's a great thing to have. Let's say if you have a pool and you like taking pictures underwater, they look real nice, they look real cool. And yeah, overall the pro is it is waterproof. Dirt proof, yes, it is dirt proof. Nothing gets inside the case. Occasionally you may have some dust particles. I don't know how they get in there. Maybe it's from lint going into it somehow, some way, from your pocket whenever you use it, or whenever you have it in your pocket the whole time. Dirt proof, meh, I give it a 70 out of 100 because I do occasionally get lint under there, and I try my hardest whenever I do remove the case, even though you're not supposed to do that. I do remove my iPhone out of the case to get the dust out from under there. You know, there's always that one speck of dust under your iPhone screen that, you know, annoys you, and I'm a perfectionist and I hate having that, you know, having that speck of dust under there, so I always take it off and then clean it out before putting it back on. Somehow, some way, dust specks always seem to get under the Lifeproof case, which kind of, you know, ticks me off a little bit. So snowproof, obviously, same thing as waterproof. If it's waterproof, it's snowproof. And shockproof. I've dropped my iPhone a few times. Maybe when I'm driving, I have a higher up SUV, and I have the phone in my lap. And no, guys, of course I wasn't texting and driving, you know, that's why my phone was in my lap. But you know, sometimes you're in a rush or you're leaving from somewhere and you just throw your phone on your lap. You then forget about it, and next thing you know, you're getting out of your car whenever you get to your destination, and boom, there you hear your iPhone hit the ground. Now, shockproof, it is definitely shockproof. I haven't dropped it from anything higher than about 4 to 5 feet from my waist, and it does a good job. So shockproof it is. I'm going to go ahead and open this, and as you guys will know, if you go purchase your Lifeproof case, it's not going to be exactly like this, you know, because I repackaged it after using it, but this is technically kind of how it goes. I am missing one of the yellow, you know, caution manual that, you know, tells you to test your phone, to test the case and put it in water before you actually put your phone in it. So overall, you know, this is kind of like what you're going to see whenever you purchase the Lifeproof case. So let me go ahead and get into this and open it. If you are an outdoor person, or like being active, you know, riding bikes, going out to the lake a lot, playing basketball, then this case is a definite must. It should be on your list to purchase. Now, after you get the iPhone or the Lifeproof case, this is what you will see. Not exactly, because I repackaged this, but it's kind of what you would see. Of course, you get the case, and it would be closed. You get the manual right here, and then you get the actual, you know, the actual case right there. The back is right here, is out. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get into it. The manual kind of tells you, you know, it's a quick start guide. You know, freedom starts here. It shows you how to put it on. It tells you to test it, how to test it before you actually put your iPhone in there. And I'm actually going to water test it right in front of you guys for you, so you guys see how to do it. and you know, it gives you the basics. Now also, along with the case, you get a headphone jack. If you have some third-party headphones that you like using on your iPhone, you will have to use this to kind of make it waterproof in a way. I don't think this makes it waterproof. This just makes it to where third-party accessories that don't fit the hole, I think that don't fit the hole right here. Let's say you have a wider third-party headphone jack and it won't fit, it won't go in there, then this is the extension that you have to use, that you put in here, and then you connect your third-party you know, headphones. Now I use the regular Apple headphones sometimes, let's say when I'm you know, cleaning around the house or taking a walk or a jog, and it works just fine without the headphone accessory, without the plug-in adapter. But do take note that if you do have some third-party headphones, it will require you to use this if it doesn't fit into the hole just on its own. Now let's get on to the case. Basically, this is what you have to do. Let me go fill up a bowl of water so we can waterproof test it, and I'll get right back with you guys. Hold on. Alright guys, I'm back with a you know, little bowl full of water, and as you can tell, I have the iPhone Lifeproof Fre case with me right here. And I did forget to mention that you get the little you get a little knob that you screw into the headphone jack to make it completely waterproof, and therefore you cannot use your headphones. That's a con. If you want to make it waterproof, you gotta screw this into the bottom of the headphone jack right here, which will then, you know, cover up the headphone jack hole, and you won't be able to use headphones with your device, on your device. That's a con. You know, if you want it waterproof, you can't use headphones. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put my iPhone in here. Do take note that the Lifeproof case does indeed come with a cleaning cloth, with a really soft cleaning cloth, and they tell you to recommend you to clean your iPhone or your iDevice so that, you know, it doesn't clear it of dust and debris, and make sure it's perfectly dust free, really clean before putting it in the case. So since I don't have my iPhone, since I don't have my cleaning cloth with me, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys, as demonstration purposes, how you actually do it once you test your iPhone case. Now once again, be sure to test your case, and, you know, put it together. All it does, you snap it in, you put them together, and then you snap it, and then you screw in this little knob right here, and it'll make it waterproof. Now do that without the iPhone inside the very first time you use it. This is to check if it has any leaks, if it came out, you know, defective from the manufacturer, just to make sure, 100% sure that, you know, you don't screw up or mess up your iOS device. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my iPhone in here, since I know it works. I've used it for a while, and we'll talk a little more about it. You know, we'll talk a little more about the pros and the cons. There are other things I have to mention, but once again, this is how it would go. Of course, you would wipe your iPhone down with a cleaning cloth, and you would make sure there's no dust under there. So as you can tell, I haven't snapped it in yet, but you have to put a lot of pressure to snap it in, so you should hear it. And then you go all the way around, and you make sure that it's fully closed. You heard that I just popped it one last time, and you go all the way around and just, you know, put pressure all the way around to make sure it's snapped on. Make sure you always secure and check every little part of this phone, the case, before actually putting it in water. Now once again, it covers the lightning proof case, the lightning charger USB cable sync hole. And yeah, that was long. I don't know why I said that, but once again, I was telling you guys, you just snap this closed, and then you don't forget the main thing. I've heard of a couple of my friends that forgot to put their hole in there after using their headphone jack before, you know, leaving for the beach, and they actually screwed up their device. So we screw this in, and you just kind of turn it to where finally it gets tight enough. Once it gets tight, it has little ridges on the top. You'll be able to see it right here. And once it gets once it has that, you gotta kind of use your nail to turn this, you know, to turn the there you go. So after you kind of turn the knob with your nail, you don't have to do it really tight. You don't have to actually put a lot of pressure, but you got to, you know, kind of do it kind of hard to where it actually stops you on its own. Once you know it's actually secure, you can go ahead and put it in the water. Now the phone is completely submerged underwater. It's about, let's say, I would say maybe a centimeter, 1/4 of an inch to underwater, and it looks perfectly fine. There's nothing in there. I'm gonna flip it around so you guys can see that then. And actually, this is what I do when my phone gets dirty. The plastic screen from the Lifeproof case actually attracts a lot of dust and grease, retains a lot of grease, and I don't really like that. So sometimes whenever I'm washing the dishes or cleaning something, I kind of give it a quick dip in water, and then, you know, kind of shake it off and let it dry out, and that gets rid of the grease problem, and, you know, after a few days of using it. So overall, guys, you see that my iPhone is working completely fine. Yes, it's jailbroken, and you can't really use it. It won't get your it won't feel your touches or work with your fingers until it's completely dry. So remember to dry it off, and otherwise you'll have little malfunctions, and it won't feel your, you know, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't, your touches. And yeah, guys, so the pros are, there are basically two main pros. It's waterproof and it's shockproof. It does the job. I like it. Now, after 2 to 3 months of use, once again, I tell you guys, it does have some cons. The third-party adapter that you have to, you know, screw in right here to listen to your headphones if you use third-party headphones. Now, also, if you want to make it waterproof, then you lose the ability to plug in headphones to your device. Now, unfortunately, you know, we know a lot of people probably like using their headphones or like listening to music, so that's definitely gonna weigh in on, you know, if you want to buy this case or not. Another con is that the plastic feel, you might not be used to it, but the plastic film kind of makes it harder to type. The screen isn't as how would I say it? It isn't as sensitive as if it would be on just the iPhone's glass screen. Obviously, you have another layer of plastic over your iPhone screen, so therefore you got to kind of like press a little harder, and sometimes it bubbles up. Sometimes the plastic will bubble up on the bottom, making you have to press harder on the bottom row of the keys or keyboard, like the space bar. And let's say right here it bubbles up. I don't know if you guys can tell. Check this out. I'm giving you guys an angle, and you see that the middle of plastic right there, it's sitting flush right here on the iPhone screen, but it bubbles up from right here to the bottom, and it bubbles up from the top of the screen to the headset, to where you put your ear to. Now this can kind of be annoying because sometimes you won't be able to hear. I never really have problems hearing, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, but I do have microphone problems right here on the bottom. I'm guessing, let's say I'm holding the phone like normal up to my face, and I accidentally cover this little part with my finger. You know, I'm kind of talking, you know, I have the phone pressed up to my face. Sometimes I hold it like this, sometimes I hold it like this. It's just sometimes I actually, you know, just hold the phone like this, and if you do that, it kind of covers up the microphone, and I always get the people I'm talking to telling me, I can't hear you, you cut out. So there's definitely that con, but overall I give it a you know, 4.5 out of 5 stars. I'm happy with it. It's well worth the $79.99, or I think $69.99. I think it's $70 to $80. I'll have a link to the Lifeproof website in the description below, so you guys can check it out. And yeah, overall, guys, if you're looking for a case that's waterproof, that's slim enough, that doesn't add too much bulk to your iPhone 5, then the Lifeproof iPhone 5 case is a definite must. I definitely recommend it. Like I said before I did this review, I went ahead and tried it out for a good 2 to 3 months, and I was happy with it and decided to do the review. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, come back for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.